It was good, BT Gang, and we back with another banger, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. I'm BT, and welcome to BT Chance. Before we get started, man, follow me on my socials, y'all. I got the rotator up there somewhere. It's up there. Follow me on my socials, especially on IG, man. We have big.ticket12 on IG, and everything else is up there as well. Also, if y'all interested in clone decants, man, shout out to clonedecanter.ca. If you use my code BTSense10 at checkout, you will get 10% off. But they got everything from Middle Easterns to Mason on Harbors, French Avenue, anything you can think of that you want to decant, try it out on there. Buy responsibly. All right, y'all. But right now, we're about to be comparing two popular fragrances. So you know me, I love Bond Number 9 Greenwich Village, right? This one right here. I don't want to touch this decant too much because it's very leaky. But shout out to my man AJ. As you can see, I've used this decant to death, man. I used this so much to the point where I had to like either get a full bottle of the OG or just try out this right here. Game of Spades win. Game of Spades win. Now with this one, I'm gonna talk about if this is like, is this if you don't have Greenwich Village, is this gonna hold you down, or should you just save a couple hundred and just get the OG? Now, I'm not gonna go through a note breakdown or anything like that because personally, they smell really similar. You get what I'm saying? Like they're kind of really, really close. There are a couple differences. I will say off the rip, I don't want to pick it up too much because it's just simply leaking. But Greenwich Village, it just has that sparkly feel. Like this is, if you don't know, this is like a candy, sweet, floral, like juicy, citrus like smell. A lot of people compare it to a summer or spring Baccarat Rouge 540 because of the lightness and the texture and the sweetness. But I wouldn't go that far in that direction, but I do kind of see where they're coming from. It's a light summer DNA that's really floral and sweet. So in my opinion, the OG, it just has this sparkling factor, and the florals in it, in my opinion, just they stand out a lot more, and the citruses stand out a lot more as well. And I feel like the OG just has a little bit more texture, and it just has different dimensions. You can pick out the florals, you can pick out the sweetness, you can pick out the candy nuances inside the fragrance. With this one, not to say, and this is not to say that this is bad at all whatsoever, because if I'm being honest, like I've been getting crazy feedback from this fragrance, and I love this fragrance. It smells great. The presentation is beautiful. I would say it's probably like 85-90% close to Greenwich Village, the OG, but it doesn't have the different dimensions and the textures. But hear me out. I feel like for the casual person, as most of these inspiration goes, you don't need dimensions. Like the casual person is not sitting there trying to go, oh, is that the bergamot? Is that the wildflower? Is that the woods? Is that the ambroxan? Like they're just trying to get something that smells similar to the OG, and 9 times out of 10 they want it to last very long. Now, if you're one of those people that just wanted to last very long, you want to smell good, you want to smell close to the OG, like I can't think of anything better than this, man. Like this is so, now in the opening it doesn't smell like Greenwich Village like 1-to-1, but as this thing dries down, holy cow, brother, holy cow. And if y'all didn't know, if y'all watch my most fragrances worn in May, I have a story with this fragrance that I wore this in to get. I went to a deli. I think it's called Old Nelson in here for the Old Nelson Deli. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Shout out Old Nelson. You get what I'm saying? I walked in. I ordered a sandwich on the kiosk, and you know like how you got to go up to the counter and get it scanned, right? I went and got a scan, and I went to pay for it at the counter. And the lady was back in the kitchen, like helping out. I guess they had a lot of orders coming through, so it was me and like 2 other people waiting in line to get to pay for our food, basically. So the lady in front of me goes ahead, she pays for her food, and I come up next, and I'm like probably like 8 feet away when I walk up to the register. She's like, "Is that you?" And I'm like, "What you mean?" She said, "I smelled you all the way from the kitchen, and it smells phenomenal." That's what she said. She said, "It smells so good. I smell you all the way in the back from the kitchen." And I was like, "Oh, wow, thank you. I appreciate it." And honestly, what I did though, I honestly, I went 5 sprays with this, and it was projecting like that, yo. I went 2 behind each ear, 1 on the back of the neck, and 1 on each shoulder blade. That's what I did. And it was projecting so strong. And it wasn't even the first hour of me wearing it. I think it was like hour 3, maybe hour 4. But yeah, she was like she smelled this like from so far away, and that's where this not to say that you always want your fragrance to project like a beast, but I feel like there is times where you want your fragrance to project, and if that's what you're looking for, because I feel like everybody's looking for different things. This definitely projects better and it lasts longer than Greenwich Village, like 100%. Like this is it lasts so much longer. It probably has a lot to do with the fact that it's in a straight de parfum, but man, this thing lasts and lasts and lasts. Really, really similar to the longevity of Game of Spades Wild Card, I believe, the Lafayette Street. But simply the OG just has dimensions. It has layers. This Joe Milano is just, it has the smell, but it doesn't go in depth. It doesn't go deep. It doesn't try to. It's more like y'all know like the back of the book. Like the back of the book has like the summary, right, or whatever it's called. It's kind of, I feel like this fragrance is the summary of the book, but the whole book, like if you open the whole book and read it word by word, I feel like that's Greenwich Village, which I feel like that's a reasonable expectation when it comes to, you know, clones and inspirations and the OG. But it's something special about this one, man. Like Joe Milano, they do great work. Like Wild Card, amazing. Full House, in my opinion, you know, it's not the strongest fragrance, but it smells of amazing quality. I think it's the closest inspiration to Louis Vuitton Imagination. This one, Game of Spades Win, I think it's amazing. Game of Spades Moon, I hear that's really good. I hear the longevity is not that great, but I still do want to check it out just because Joe Milano, they just got a customer in me, man, because they're doing great things. When it comes down to it, though, at the end of the day, like which one would I prefer? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, it's tough because I do think this smells a little bit better. I think this smells a little bit better and has the nuance. It has that sparkle. The florals are just so crisp. It is a little sharp. But it still smells phenomenal, fantastic. But if I'm going out and I want to depend on the fragrance, and also my fault, y'all, my fault. I do tend to go nose blind to this one. I go nose blind to this a lot. I don't go nose blind to this. So that's one thing to say as well. I do go nose blind to Greenwich Village. I don't know what it is, but I go nose blind to it. But as far as which one I prefer, man, this is a toss up. Like I honestly don't know. Like this inspiration is so good. It's light, but it's dense at the same time. You're gonna get a lot of longevity. It smells about 90% close. I got this for like $50 compared to like 300 or 200, whatever how much Greenwich Village costs. And I loved it. Look at the dent. Like, look at the dent, y'all. Look at the dent. And this is a lot of wearings. It may not look like it, but you literally don't need that many sprays with this one. And the sprayer on this is great as well. Just don't want to spray it because this stuff is so strong. But I think it's very good, bro. I think it's very good, man. Bond number 9, Greenwich Village. I don't know which one to choose, man. I'm lost. Do I say it's a tie? Like, is that fair? You know what I mean? If I had to pick one, though, just you got to go with value, right? You got to go with value. I got to go with Game of Spades. When you consider the value, how much you pay and what you get, like, I know it's not 1-to-1, but just the value is just is so great on this bottle, and the quality and just the everything, the box, the longevity, the smell, you know, no alcohol blast. Like, and I know everybody's gonna be like, oh, you're an inspiration channel. Of course you're gonna say this is better, but so, like the OGs always have that little bit of a edge when it comes to the smell, in my opinion. Because I mean, sometimes inspiration's throwing a twist, but the OG just, you know, some things you can't replicate. But the overall value of this fragrance and what it brings to the table, and just what it gives you is just like I can't ignore that. I can't walk away from it to justify me paying $300 for Greenwich Village, even though it smells phenomenal, amazing. But yeah, for this one, y'all, I'm gonna have to go with Game of Spades Win, man. It compares really well. If you're looking to buy it, don't even think twice. If you like Greenwich Village, just buy this. If you want to save your bottle, buy this. If you don't want to pay that much for Greenwich Village, buy this. If you're thinking about Greenwich Village, buy this. All right. It in my opinion, is just that good. So yeah, that's still gonna be the verses for this one, man. I pretty much talked about this one the whole time, I feel like, because It's just that good. But I think this won the versus battle for this DNA. And yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about Game of Spades win as well, man. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Peace.